The Operation Climb to the Top is an experiential learning-based workshop that I run for teams of people, anywhere between 5 to 500. It's based on the premise that the edge environment, an environment in which leaders and team members are operating outside of their comfort zones, that this environment is a fantastic one in which to learn about good leadership and teamwork skills. Now, from a business perspective, it's not practical when you consider the time, cost and risk implications. It's not practical to get your team members into the Himalayas. And so this workshop is designed to bring that Himalayan edge environment back into the workplace. So the workshop asks participants to take themselves out of their familiar everyday workplace environment and to put them somewhere else, perhaps where they're not used to. And that's the Himalayas for this workshop. We take our team members into the Himalayas and give them an understanding of the requirements for successful leadership and teamwork as they work towards their objective of climbing to the top of this mountain here called Ama Dablam. Now, as the teams go about reaching their objective of getting to the top, they are given information about the dangers of the climb, the risks and the hazards that they're going to have to manage. Now, climbing the Himalayas is never simple, it's never straightforward, and things often go wrong. And so teams in this workshop are provided with a series of challenges, of decisions that they'll have to make, challenges they'll have to overcome to enable them to continue their progress up the mountain. So a number of challenges play out as the teams progress higher up the mountain. As each challenge plays out, there are a number of options which the team members can choose from. Team members are given finite periods of time within which to discuss the pros and cons of each of the options and ultimately to decide together as a team what option they're going to take. They then have to live with the ramifications or the consequences of their decision as they progress higher up the mountain. The workshop has been filmed on location in the Himalayas, and so the footage is designed to give participants a very real first-person perspective of what it's like climbing at extreme altitude, dealing with the rigours of lack of oxygen, of poor weather, of sickness and ill health. Under these conditions of duress, both physical and mental, team members have to make potentially life-impacting decisions. Once this workshop process is finished, that's when we look at what have we learnt and we tie it back into the workplace. What can we learn from this experience and then implement back in the workplace on a day-to-day basis? So team members are given the information that they'll need to make various decisions on the mountains. Now, as often happens in the Himalayas, sometimes not all of the information is available. So at times, team members will be making decisions without access to absolutely every piece of information that they may require. And this is in an attempt to draw similarities back to the workplace, because ultimately this workshop is about trying to get team members to reflect on how they interact with one another and learn from this experience and bring those learnings back into the workplace.